Some nights in baseball feel electric before the first pitch. There's a certain buzz in the air, a sense that something special is about to unfold. The crowd's energy is palpable, every fan on edge, hoping to witness a moment that will be talked about for years to come. August 15th, 2025, was one of those nights. The city of Cincinnati was alive with anticipation, and the great American ballpark glowed under the summer sky, ready to host a game that felt bigger than baseball itself. The Milwaukee Brewers, riding a 12-game win streak, arrived in Cincinnati, chasing a franchise-tying 13th straight victory. Their arrival was met with both excitement and nerves, as everyone knew what was at stake. This wasn't just another game, it was a shot at history, a chance to connect with the legendary 1987 TeamStreak. That team's record had stood for decades, a symbol of excellence and resilience in Milwaukee sports lore. Milwaukee fans held their breath, hoping to witness something unforgettable. Across Wisconsin and beyond, fans gathered in living rooms, bars, and ballparks, united by hope and nerves, all eyes glued to the action. For many, this was more than just a game. It was a chance to relive memories, to share the magic of baseball across generations, and to believe in the impossible once again. The Brewers had dominated, winning 27 of their last 31, boasting the best record in baseball. Their run had captured the imagination of the league, turning doubters into believers. Their unity and resilience had become their identity, with manager Pat Murphy fostering a culture where every player mattered. Veterans and rookies alike contributed, each understanding their role in this remarkable journey. The bench was just as engaged as the starters, and the coaching staff's belief in the team's depth had paid off time and again. The team had won in every way imaginable: dominant pitching, late-inning heroics, explosive offense. No matter the challenge, someone always stepped up, delivering when it mattered most. As the Brewers took the field, the question wasn't if they could win, but how they do it this time. Would it be a pitching duel, a slugfest, or a dramatic comeback? The pressure was immense, but this team thrived on it. Every player wore the weight of the moment with pride, channeling nerves into focus and determination. As the first pitch crossed the plate, an entire city leaned in, ready to see if their heroes could make history. The tension was thick, every pitch and swing magnified by the stakes. The stage was set for a night that would define the 2025 Brewers, a team on the brink of greatness, chasing a legacy and inspiring a new generation of fans with every pitch. The Brewers' dream start had the stadium buzzing with excitement, as fans cheered every play and the team looked poised for another memorable night. The energy was electric, and it felt like nothing could go wrong. But in the blink of an eye, that optimism quickly turned into a nightmare. The mood shifted dramatically, and a hush fell over the crowd as the game began to unravel. The Cincinnati Reds came out swinging with relentless aggression, determined to seize control of the game and silence the home fans. After a brief defensive highlight from newcomer Stuart Burroa, who made a spectacular catch that momentarily lifted spirits, it seemed like the Brewers might weather the storm. But then, the floodgates opened in the second inning. The Reds' bats came alive and run after run crossed the plate, leaving the Brewers reeling. Rookie pitcher Jacob Misiorowski, who had shown so much promise, suddenly found himself in deep trouble. Every pitch seemed to find a Reds bat, and frustration mounted with each passing moment. The Reds pounced on every mistake. Elly De La Cruz's 2-run double was the spark that ignited a 7-run onslaught, turning the game on its head. The scoreboard told the story. 8-1. The Brewers' dugout, once filled with chatter and hope, fell silent as the reality of the deficit set in. For most teams, a 7-run hole on the road would be the end, a mountain too steep to climb, especially against a surging opponent. The odds of a comeback were slim, with the numbers stacked heavily against them. Even the most optimistic fans felt the weight of the moment. The energy that had filled the team just an hour earlier vanished, replaced by a heavy sense of disbelief and frustration. The Reds' offense looked absolutely unstoppable, stringing together hit after hit and showing no signs of letting up. Meanwhile, the Brewers' pitching staff was in shambles, searching for answers as the deficit grew larger with every inning. But this team was built differently. They had faced adversity before, and they knew that games are never over until the final out. While fans braced for the streak to end, the Brewers refused to surrender. Determination flickered in their eyes as they prepared for the next challenge. There was no panic, just a quiet resolve, a belief that they could still write a different ending to this game. They knew the challenge ahead was monumental, but they also knew that comebacks are born from moments just like this. After all, they'd faced adversity before and found ways to overcome it, time and time again. The 8-1 deficit was a gut punch, a test of their character and resilience. But for this resilient group, it was also a call to arms, a challenge to rise above the odds and fight back. The comeback was about to begin, and the Brewers were ready to show the world what they were made of. The Brewers answered immediately in the third, refusing to go quietly. After falling behind early, the team showed the kind of resilience that has defined their season. The energy in the dugout was palpable, as every player seemed to sense that something big was about to happen. Patient at-bats loaded the bases, and hope flickered back to life. Each hitter worked the count, refusing to give in, drawing walks and fighting off tough pitches. The crowd, sensing a shift, grew louder with every pitch, urging their team forward. Andrew Vaughn, a midseason addition, stepped up and crushed a 3-run homer, his 9th in just 29 games as a Brewer. The dugout erupted. Vaughn's swing sent a jolt through the stadium, and his teammates poured out to greet him at home plate, celebrating the moment that changed the game's momentum. The deficit was suddenly just 2 runs, 8-6. What seemed like an insurmountable lead just minutes before was now within striking distance, and the Brewers' confidence soared. Vaughn's power and poise had transformed the game and energized the team. His presence in the lineup had already made a difference, but this home run felt like a statement, one that echoed through the dugout and into the stands. The 5-run outburst put the Reds on notice. Their lead was anything but safe. Suddenly, the pressure shifted, and the Brewers seized the momentum, forcing the Reds to regroup and rethink their strategy. Coaches and players alike could feel the tide turning. The Brewers' bench was alive with encouragement, and every player seemed locked in, ready for the next challenge. The Brewers had weathered the storm and were now punching back. Their determination was clear, and the team's chemistry shone through as they rallied together. This inning captured the team's season: absorb a blow, respond with force. It was a testament to their grit and unity, a reminder that no deficit was too great to overcome. Multiple players contributed, but Vaughn's homer was the emotional spark. His clutch performance ignited the team and gave the fans a reason to believe. The message was clear: this team would never quit. Every player, from the veterans to the rookies, played their part in the rally, showing the depth and heart of the roster. The fight was on, and the impossible comeback was suddenly within reach. The stadium buzzed with anticipation as fans sensed that something special was unfolding before their eyes. The Brewers had turned despair into belief in a single inning. Their resilience and passion had reignited hope, both on the field and in the stands. The game was far from over. With renewed energy and momentum, the Brewers were ready to keep fighting, knowing that anything was possible. Riding the momentum, the Brewers attacked again in the 4th. The Reds, rattled, began to crack. Gavin Lux's error loaded the bases for Milwaukee. Christian Yelich, the team's leader, stepped up with a chance to tie it. He delivered a sharp single, scoring 2 and erupting the dugout in celebration. The scoreboard now read 8-8. In just 2 innings, the Brewers had erased a 7-run deficit. The comeback was complete, a testament to their character and relentless offense. Rallying from 8-1 on the road was monumental, tying a franchise record for largest road comeback. The psychological edge now belonged to Milwaukee. The game was reset, but the Brewers had proven they could not be broken. Their resilience had turned a blowout into a brand new contest. The Reds were reeling, and the Brewers were surging. The city of Milwaukee was alive with hope. The stage was set for a dramatic finish. With the game tied, tension filled the ballpark. In the 6th, Christian Yelich stepped in, wielding a custom bat honoring the late Bob Wecker. On a 1-0 pitch, Yelich launched a towering home run into the right field seats. It was his 25th of the season, and the go-ahead run. The moment was pure storybook, a tribute to a legend, a legendary swing. Yelich's homer put the Brewers ahead 9-8 and seemed to break the Reds' spirit. He had delivered in the biggest moment, with a bat that carried the weight of Brewers history. The crowd was stunned. The Brewers' dugout was electric. Yelich had put the team on his back and propelled them to the brink of history. Yelich's heroics stole headlines, but this win was a total team effort. Stuart Burrowa, making his Brewers debut, set the tone with a run-saving throw in the first. With key outfielders out, Burrowa and Tyler Black stepped up, showing the club's depth. Andrew Vaughn's 3-run homer was the catalyst, proving the value of midseason moves. New faces weren't just filling spots, they were winning games. Every night, a different hero emerged. The Brewers' blend of stars, role players, and newcomers made them dangerous. This victory was a celebration of the entire roster's resilience and trust. After a disastrous start, the Brewers' bullpen delivered perfection. 5 relievers combined to retire the final 23 Reds batters in order, 7 2/3 innings of flawless relief. The Reds, once unstoppable, were completely shut down. The bullpen's dominance was the unsung foundation of the comeback. Each reliever built on the last, forming an unbreakable wall. Their performance showcased the team's depth and mental toughness. While the offense rallied, the bullpen made sure it mattered. This was a collective effort, every arm contributed. The comeback belonged as much to the bullpen as to the hitters. It was a masterclass in relief pitching under pressure. 13 straight wins tied the Brewers with the iconic 1987 TeamStreak. That team, led by Molitor and Yount, set the standard for excellence and captured Milwaukee's imagination. Now, the 2025 Brewers had bridged generations, giving new fans their own legends. The parallels were striking: joy, resilience, and a knack for winning. Christian Yelich spoke of the honor in matching the '87 team, playing for legacy as much as for the present. This streak wasn't just a stat, it was a living connection to the franchise's history. For Milwaukee, it sparked conversations across generations, tying past and present. History wasn't just remembered, it was being made again. The 13th win was more than a number. It was a symbol of heart, resilience, and belief. Overcoming an 8-1 deficit to tie a cherished record is the stuff of legends. The win sent a message: the Brewers are the team to beat. The streak united Milwaukee, filling the city with pride and excitement. Players became heroes and fans found new hope. With the best record in baseball, the Brewers looked like true contenders. The next challenge: break the record with a 14th straight win. But whatever happens, this team has already proven it's special. The journey isn't over. The ultimate goal is a championship. For the city, the players, and the fans, this night confirmed: this season is truly unforgettable.